Hey, it's Rental Robert. We're with the Hustle Nation here, and we're all about building some financial independence through passive income. Most of the way that I do that is with rental properties. I do dabble in the stock market just a little bit for the dividends. I'm not a trader or anything like that. But this is a property that, if you would go back and watch the rest of the videos on it, bought this double wide mobile home or a modular home for $9,500 with the land. We've had to do a lot of repairs, something like that, but we're probably going to be coming in right at about $25,000-30,000 with the purchase price included in that, and it's going to be renting for $1,800 a month. We've already got a deposit on it, and these people are chomping at the bit to get in, so we'll go over everything, let you take a look at it. Oh, stop, hit the subscribe button for me, thanks. So I hear so many people talk about, well, this is going wrong, that's going wrong, and you know, the thing that I'm not seeing a whole lot of is people will say, what can I do differently? Where is it that I am failing at? And I was talking with somebody this morning and having to do with their business. And their problem is no good employees. And by far, this person is the most competent person that works at their place of business. So everybody naturally speaks with them, which is understandable. And I had made the suggestion about, well, maybe, you start looking to hire somebody and paying a higher wage. And, the thing that happened with me is that I never dreamed that I would be hiring somebody and paying them $20 an hour to start, okay? And however, things have really changed in my area in the last 2 years. And so now it's, if you can get a warm body to show up that'll work halfway decent, that's a $15 to $18 an hour man right there. So then you have to start doing things differently. And my whole thing about that is that this, okay? And this is really to the business owner, the entrepreneurs, is that unless we're getting a whole lot of information coming in from all over, all right, we have no idea what we don't know. And what we don't know is the thing that keeps us down and doesn't allow us to grow. The reason I say all of this is that you have to be open to change, and then you also have to be open to new information coming in, okay? Everything that you know has you right at this level, okay? And unless you get a gift from God, an epiphany of extra information just through the process of like osmosis coming to you and everything, you're going to have to get new ideas upon which to build on, okay? You can get that from teachers, from videos, from watching like one of my videos. You can get it from having a coach, having a mentor, which I highly suggest, okay? Because if you're like me, I don't have a boss really, okay? So there's nobody standing on me. If I don't get out of bed, nobody calls me and says, hey, where you at? What does happen though is that my business starts to go downhill just slowly, and then it gets faster and faster and everything. And so I need accountability. I need somebody on top of me. I need somebody that is in a position where I want to be at, that can guide me and take me through the steps to get me to that point, okay? And I'm open to that. And I also know I don't have all the answers, okay? And so many people will say, well, my business is different. No, it's not, okay? We have to, all of our money, regardless of what you're doing, is in somebody else's wallet, pockets, purses, attaché case, and credit cards, okay? And it's our job to get it from there into our pocket, okay? That's business, all right? The exchange of goods for money or something, whether you trade a herd of goats or, 5 ounces of gold or whatever, I don't know. I don't care. But my thing is that you have to be open to doing something different. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to make it happen, just the same as, I bought this property like this. And some people are like, oh my God, I would have had to done an inspection. I would have had to gone all through it and everything. And I'm like, please do that, because while you're taking your time, I'm passing you by and I'm buying that property. I can't tell you how many people I've walked past where there's been 10 people at a house and everything, and I just offer them and said, look, I'll give you $5,000 non-refundable deposit. What? I said, you hold it for 30 days, let me get my financing in line, and if I don't make it, then you get to $5,000. It's non-refundable. I can tell just by looking, I'm willing to take this risk, or no, I'm not. And see, that's unheard of, and most people are like, oh my God, I couldn't do that. Well, just think about it. We'll just say, like, you know, if I'm making this purchase and it's a property that's a great deal, and I'll say I make $30,000 right off the purchase, okay, it's worth 80, I pay 50, and I put that 5 down, and we'll just say I lose 5,000 3 times. That's 15 grand. Guess what? If I make that deal one time, I still profited $15,000. Well, how you figure that? Because 65,000 from 80, that's $15,000. So I can actually lose 5 times and still be profitable. There you have it. Have a great day. Remember, there used to be a big brick concrete. There's a little bit left. We're going to have an excavator come in this weekend, pull all this out. We're probably going to end up building a deck right here, and probably going to put some type of awning coming off the roof, because what was happening is that the water was coming down, splashing right there. The front door was actually inside about 3 feet. You can see we basically moved it out, okay? Made it flush right here. We're going to put some different type of siding on the front of it to give it a different appeal from the curb and whatnot. But the water was coming down, splashing, and then this whole area was rotted out. We ended up having to come about 3 feet that way, 3 feet that way, replace some wood on the floor right there, and walk around, show you what all's happening there. Carla reminded me, said, hey, that was real smooth of you to remove the stairs while we're still doing this thing and everything. But it is what it is. So everything is painted. We got a lot of the baseboard up. Got this bathroom totally done now. We got to get the commode out of the tub, but new. It's got all new supply lines with the water, ran PEX. It's got that old polybutylene in here, and that stuff's no good. It's all going to give you trouble at some point. And so we've got this all done. New doorknobs on everything. And then these are all decent sized bedrooms. This whole unit is right at about 2,000 square feet, so it's pretty big. What I wanted to do is I wanted to take this, put a wall across this, close this off, put a door, make this into an efficiency apartment, and then we would have 2 units paying rent. But Carla said, no, we need to get it rented. So we used to have a fireplace right there. Take that out. You don't want anything with open flames in a rental. I assure you of that. So had to get rid of that. And then you come in here, and this is your master bedroom right here. We still got some work we need to do in this area. And we're going to pick up a cooktop for this today. Waterproofing on the walls. Super Cheese right there. She's putting up the tile backsplash and everything. And we're going to dress the kitchen up a little bit. She is getting good to go. I don't remember. Are we going to paint this, Carla, or are we going to leave it like that?
We're going to leave this.
We're going to leave that. She says leave that. Very, very rarely do I ever override her. Only sometimes. But she's going to have to admit, when I have done it, it's turned out well, like the tile in my bathroom.
Yeah.
See,
yeah.
I get lucky every now and then. Otherwise, I consult with her and go with what she says and everything like that. So,
Smart man.
Exactly, smart. And we got real lucky on this because this thing works great. So that's been a real blessing, and we haven't had the expense of having to put that new unit in. And it was crazy because this area right here had columns, and this had a wall at one time, and somebody had cut them off taking that wall out. So we just said, okay, well, we're just going to box this in, because I was going to take it all the way to the ceiling, but it was like Carla said, no need to do that. It's just going to be more trouble. Let us box it in. So that's what we ended up doing. See, the door came across right there. We ended up having to replace some bad wood because the water would bounce in here and it rotted all this and everything. So we went ahead, just moved the door all the way out. Bobby, the guy that works for me, he suggested that, and I was like, I don't see why not. We'll just get a little more square footage with it and everything. And so we added some sheetrock around it, put in a new front door, and we've changed out a lot of the light fixtures in here. I'd really like to change out the windows. Unfortunately, windows are so backed up, you're looking at 4 to 6 months before you can get any in, and the additional expense of new windows just doesn't justify it. And I have thought about flipping this property, and if somebody came up and offered $80,000 for it, I'd have a real hard time turning them down. But it'll be a good money maker for sure, and we need to get some of that money back. We're going to take this area right here, get rid of that, get rid of those. I don't know if we're gonna leave. We'll probably end up leaving that sidewalk right there. But we're gonna get this done. Here's the cool thing is that that's the old septic tank, but they went ahead and tapped into the sewer. So I mean, you know, if you had a piece of property and just to get that sewer tie-in, that's $3,500, you know, much less we got a water meter, you know, and then there's a power pole on the side and everything. That's $10,000, folks, of improvements that are done on the property. And so the thing about it is that, you know, this was like a no-brainer. There's new construction all over this area with new houses being built and everything like that. With the size of the lot, I could have sold it to a builder and been able to split it into 2, even possibly 3 lots for them, you know, and been able to make money with it as well. So, I mean, here's the thing. Is if I never saved any money when this opportunity came up, I had to move quick. You know, the whole thing was done, the transaction and everything, within about 72 hours. We didn't close on it that quick, but the contract got signed, the proof of funds were validated and everything, and that's because having some reserves saved up in case a situation like this does come along. So, you know, you always hear me preach about, you know, just take $20 a week, put it away, put it into an account, let it start accruing and everything like that. Then bump it up to 50, then to 100 and everything, but get some seed money, you know. It's real hard to do something with $100. You can make some money with $15,000, you know. So the thing is that, you know, I hear people all the time, well, you know, I just don't have any money, I can't do this, and, you know, I get it, you know, but you got to start somewhere. And the best time to have started was 20 years ago. Second best time is today. So what are you doing today? Leave it in the comments. Tell me what it is you are doing today to build your financial wealth. What is it that you're doing to become financially independent? I want to know. You're going to fail. You're going to fail often. And if you're failing often, you're going to be successful as well. Those that never fail, they're not trying.